to another Yoga with Carrie. Today we are doing a tutorial on crow pose. So I got a few suggestions of doing this video, so here I am making it for you. You're welcome. So what we're going to start off with is a few wrist exercises to warm up the wrist, because they're quite, they can break easily, you hurt them easily. You just have to really be careful of that when we're putting all our weight onto it. Then a few tips that I really grew that let me get into the crow pose. So all the things that help me, I'm going to help you. And just before I say anything, I'm not a professional at it. Obviously, I'm not perfect at it. I'm still practicing. I'm still trying to get those arms straight. I'm still trying to do all that stuff, but I might as well share my tips because I'm moving in that direction. And then to finish us off, I'll do a few poses a few moves to help you incorporate your crow pose into your practice. So just to start off, we're going to warm up the wrists. So rolling wrists, anti-clockwise or clockwise, whatever. Might look like an idiot doing so. And then the other way. So I'm only going to do a few basic stretches and warming up, so I encourage you to go click off this video just for a second and warm up afterwards. Shake them out. Then come onto your hands and knees and just spread your fingers wide and get comfortable. So just bring some weight onto them, just some light weight. Rolling round and round, maybe the other way. Twist them round, fingers facing the back, and just rock back and forth. Try not to peel your palms off. Just where you can, feel that stretch in the front of the arm, or is that the back? The back of the arm? One more. And then slowly come back to the center. Bring your weight onto your hands. And this is where I encourage you to do this quite a lot if you want to pause it. But you're going to put your shoulders over your wrists instead of stack them on top. It's over. And peel your palms up and down. Maybe this can be one at a time, but keep the weight forward. We're going to strengthen the forearms. This is really important for all over wrist stretch or wrist strengthening. So peel off and feel like you're crushing something underneath your palms. 3, up, 2, really push down on it. 1, nice, come up, shake them out. That always is such a really tough exercise for me, so I like to do it lots. And then we'll move on to the first tips. Always, as I love to say, is the foundation of the pose, and that is your hands, obviously. That's the only thing that's going to be on the floor for you. So you want to spread your fingers as wide as you can and have them stacked right over your shoulders. So we want to be all in line. Maybe when you're up there, I would clench in your fingertips. So really push down on your fingertips. So this makes you go rock back and forth. You're able to stop and start, as in don't go that way, don't go that way. So that's a first tip, that base. And then what we're going to do is there's 2 options. I'm going to start with the first easier option, and that is where your knees are going to be on your elbows. So this is how I learned. This is not where you want to be, but it's always a good place to start if you want to work on your balance and how to get into the pose and everything. So place your fingers down, make sure your hands are in line in the same line as your shoulders, and yeah, so not too out far, not too out wide, not too far together. Oh my gosh, no words. So plant them down and just practice bringing some weight on the hands. So rocking back and forth, trying not to put any weight on the toes, but all on the hand. Maybe you can clench in the fingertips. And then bring the feet as close to the hands as possible, twisting out the knees wide. So maybe dropping your bum down if you want, threading the fingers wide. And what you're going to do is you're going to push out on your elbows against your knees, and your knees into your elbows. Come up wide. And so this is for both poses as well. You want to look forward the whole time. If you look down, you'll go down with it. So always look forward. You don't want to round your back too much. Try and keep as a open chest as possible. So with your looking up, you want your chest looking up as well. So with that in mind, eyes look forward, knees stacking over on the elbows. So it's kind of like a shelf that you're going to put your knees onto. And then eyes look forward, eyes look forward. Bring the weight onto the hands, not onto the toes. And then you can peel one foot up. Hold it here for a few seconds and then place it back down. Keep the weight on the hands and then peel the other foot up, trying to bring your heel to your bum. So you can do that with the peeling the feet up and down, as many times as you need to, because that's going to get you to be able to maybe peel off the other at the same time. So I'm not saying you'll be able to peel off both at the same time at the start. Definitely not. You need to slowly get into it, and that with the one at a time is going to get you to that level. So when you think you're comfortable, you're going to look forward, chest is open, peel off one, put the weight forward more off the toes, maybe just take small steps of the other foot, see how that feels, and then maybe come up. So you really want to try and bring the heels as close to the bum as possible. Keep looking forward, or not straight down, but just in a diagonal direction. Why am I so puffed? So you can work around that, so that's always good to do if you think you've mastered that, or you want to make it a little bit harder for yourself. Plant those hands, but this time come your feet right behind you. You're going to bend the knees slightly, keep it coming high onto the tops of the feet, so the balls of the feet, yeah. And then try and bring your knees as close to your armpits as possible. But not on the inside, but on the outside where the triceps are. So same thing again, really try and come as high as you can. Keep the straight arms if you can. Maybe you can bend a little bit if you're still working on it like I am. Peel off one, it's the same sort of thing. Peel off one, put it down, peel off the other, put it down, maybe peel off one, come as high as you can, eyes look forward, then the other. So the whole idea is you want to try and bring the heels as close to the bum as possible. Keep the back as straight as you can, and try and extend out your arms. So you kind of want them to be as straight as possible. My boyfriend can do it, and I'm so mad at him for that because I've been trying so hard, but I just don't have the strength right now. But I'm definitely working towards it. So yeah, those are my tips to getting into crow pose. You have to have a strong core and strong arms. So what I would say is do lots of tricep push-ups, lots of ab work, as in core work, core strengthening, core stability, because you want to be really stable on your hands. Obviously your balance, definitely, and your wrist strength. And Also, after you finish, you really want to release any tension in the wrist. So just again, rolling them out, maybe putting them under your armpit, and it's like chicken wings, and you just, I always just stay here because it feels good for me. So if you want to come with me, and I'm going to give you a few a few flows on how to incorporate the crow pose into your practice. So what I like to do is, I'm going to give you two ideas. So if you're in Malasana, which is yogi squat, you're at the front of your mat and you're just opening up the hips. Or this could be anything. If you're moving through your vinyasa, coming into upward facing dog, no, where would you be? You'd come into plank, and then you jump forward, go into crow pose, then jump back, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. If you're in Malasana, your chest is open still, and you're just going to jump back. So what I like to do is using this with the jump back from the crow pose to the plank. So exactly how I said, setting up your crow, eyes are looking forward, and how to jump back into the plank is you look forward lots. You really push into the hands. You use the strength of the core and extend out the arms as quick as you can. And jump back, come into upward facing dog and downward facing dog. So you really want to just try and extend off, jump back from your arms down to plank. Make sure that you have a slight bend in the elbows when you come into plank, because we don't want to lock them out, and that would just not go well for you. So make sure you do that. I love incorporating that into my, hey, there's my dog. Where are you, doggy? I love incorporating that into my practice. Another one is, I had an idea. Oh, here's a strengthening one for you if you want to work on your strength of your legs, but also strength of your core, working on balance. Everything's just in there. You're going to start on your back, and what I like to do is, I like to do this 10 to 15 times. You're going to have short breaks in the middle, but make sure that you're keeping on moving. You start in boat pose, arms out extended in front of you, out and behind you. Roll up, bring your hands. The idea is you're going to try and get up. If you can do that, you just get up, bring your hands forward. I can't do that yet, so I just come forward onto my toes, crow pose, pull it down, boat pose. Do that again, that's one. That's two. And then you just carry on doing that. So 10 to 15 times, have a few breaks if you want it, but that's really good. It's working on quickening, being able to like work it into your flow quickly. I don't know, it's good. I just really like that one. It let me elevate my working out in crow. I don't know, if you want to have a good workout, like a high intensity workout, that's really good to incorporate in. So what I love to do in yoga is really have high intensity work for about 30 minutes. Love to do that for 10 to 15 minutes, and then I'll do something else, and then I'll do something else, and then I'll do something else. But that's always something I incorporate into my flow. If you're wanting to do high intensity, the other one is just normal vinyasa. So I hope this makes sense. I didn't write anything of this down, so I hope I did everything. I covered everything that will help you. And yeah, if you have any more suggestions of what you want to see and how-tos and anything like that, then hit me in the comment section below. That would be awesome. And make sure you subscribe, because I make videos every week and really exciting, and I love to make new videos. Yeah, so peace out. Oh, and before I go, focus on me. And before I go, tag me in any, I know someone did, Philippa, shout out to you, tagged me in their crow pose photos on Instagram or on Facebook. Tag me Yoga with Carrie, same name as my YouTube, or Carrie Blythe. So I'll write that here if I can. I don't really know how to use Facebook, YouTube, whatever. I don't even know the name of it. So do that, because that would be awesome.